They say that the human race is doomed, that we have lost touch with our true nature, that the media has corrupted us, and that the planet has no future. I disagree. I believe that humanity is full of hope, and that our salvation lies within each one of us. My name is Brian Rose, and my job is to listen, the oldest method of learning known to man. Each week I seek out individuals that are changing the world, people who are living and thinking in a different way. Their stories will challenge your beliefs, make you question your choices, and perhaps inspire you to change. I never planned on doing any of this, but now I can't stop. Join me on this mission and make humanity something we can all be proud of. This is London Real. I am Brian Rose. My guest is Teresa Mullaney, recent graduate of the Business Accelerator. Welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us about you. Where are you from? What do you do?
I'm originally from Ireland, and I came to this country about 30 years ago. I originally trained as a mental health nurse and then went on and did other things like family therapy, group therapy, individual therapy. And then in more recent years, discovered neurolinguistic programming, so I'm a master practitioner in that. And I'm a clinical hypnotherapist and now starting teaching as well. So I'm also a life coach. Yeah.
And tell me what was going on with your personal life and your thoughts about business before you decided to take this course with us.
Well, over the last few years, I've been very much feeling that my work in the NHS was very limited, and that really and truly, in order to make a difference in the world, I'm going to have to go out there and do it in a business kind of format. And the great thing about the NHS is you never have to worry about patients coming and arriving at your doorstep. Whereas in order to run a private business, you have to know about marketing. And I had none of those skills whatsoever. I had no understanding of how to make it work from the grassroots up. What were the things, the nuggets that I needed to put in place in order to make that function and work well, give me a living, but also as well do good stuff in the world.
That's an interesting point. I guess, like you said, with the NHS, people just show up.
Most definitely.
Whereas in most businesses, you have to go find those clients and find those leads.
Exactly, and it's a very different way of being and a very different way of operating, and I think probably more healthy way of working.
Okay. Now, you're a graduate of our Life Accelerator.
I am indeed.
What made you pull the trigger on a business accelerator? Because, you have to, it's still a different process, and you still have to say, okay, I'm going to go forward with something that can be just as scary as the Life Accelerator stuff. What made you want to do that? Well,
in order to succeed, I thought I have to study successful people. So I was looking around who is successful and who can actually teach me to be successful as well. Because for me personally, I'm dyslexic, so there's a lot of things that I struggle with still in terms of reading and writing and being able to figure out websites and knowing what colours are where and so on. So I thought, right, okay, this model actually seems to be a good one for me. I had already met you, and with the Life Accelerator, I got a good feel of it. I'd been watching some of your videos, not very many, but enough to give me a flavour, and that made me think, right, okay, this guy can actually teach me something. I can actually learn something from this model. So I thought, right, okay, I am going to go for it.
And why London Real?
I think London Real was by accident, because in 2017 I stopped watching TV altogether, and I'd started watching some other podcasts. I'd watched a bit of Mind Valley, I'd watched Dave Asprey, and then I found you. And I thought, London Real is actually in London, where I actually live anyway, and your values were resonating with mine. Like, I love the fact that that fun is part of the ethos around here. I thought, this is great. This is how every business should run. This is how even schools, hospitals and all of that should run. And if we did a lot more of that, the world would be a better place. So why not start with what resonates with me?
You're right. Things should be fun.
Yes.
All right, you pull the trigger, you jump in. You've been through our accelerators before, but what are the first 2 weeks like in the business accelerator? I'm asking you to probably do different things, definitely get out of your comfort zone and test all those ideas that you had in your head. What are those first couple weeks like?
Completely crazy, because I was doing things that I had never even thought were a thing, that I would never have entered my head to even do, like the 10 vlogs in 10 days. When I started that, I didn't even know what a vlog was, or that's something people would even think of doing, or putting on Facebook that you've had your lunch and a photograph of it. It's an unusual concept to me, really.
Right. What is a vlog for people that don't know?
Just exposing an idea in your head to the general public via public media.
Right, via video that you usually shoot with your mobile phone.
Exactly.
And then uploading it to YouTube, Facebook, that kind of thing.
Exactly.
And you did 10.
I did 10 on random things that just seemed to inspire me on that particular day, and just went with it. And amazingly, I've had people contacting me from that and say, I love the videos you did, they were inspirational.
Go figure.
I know. And I even did one on my Facebook page where I was talking about the fact that I went into the coffee shop and I was served my coffee by a teenager. I spent the first 5 minutes of the interaction teaching her to be a little bit happier and get her laughing, which subsequently had the other people in the queue laughing. And so I just thought, this is the thing to vlog about. And I just said of the fact that I am sick and tired of seeing teenagers on antidepressant medication. And that it is so horrible to have in my practice teenagers, teachers and school governors and what have you from the same school come to see me in the same day and not consider that maybe teaching them how to be happy could be a better way of doing it, rather than thinking it's okay to ask for antidepressants for teenagers.
Yeah, this is powerful, this message of yours. I want to get into that a little bit later. So the vlogs were weird, challenge, out of your comfort zone. The rest of the stuff, the products and creating low-cost products and webinars, other things you struggled with, or did you find those easier?
Well, after doing the vlogs, the idea was a lot easier.
Okay.
Though I have to confess that because I didn't really know what the big picture was to begin with, I didn't really have them done in the best possible way. So I had that cart before the horse, so to speak. But all of this is sort of outable, and the very fact that I've actually put something out there meant that I actually got feedback back, and some of it I was able to figure out myself because I'd actually done it.
Mm. Tell me about the community. What was it like, with your teammates and also with the rest of the group? What did you learn from them? What's it like going through this experience with them?
A tremendous learning curve, to be honest with you. Our group on the Business Accelerator are a very extreme, diverse group. From different parts of the world, different businesses, different ideas about how to show up, different time zones, different languages. It was like, is there anybody got anything in common? And it really took a while for us to begin to trust each other and work together in order to get to that place where we were actually settling down and able to work with each other. And over time, we did actually do that. And we now have a core group of people who are very committed and very much wanting to make the whole thing work over the next year in terms of being a mastermind group.
Right. What's it like being in London and connecting with all of these accelerators? I mean, you were here last night. We had like 70 people here. What was that like?
It's extraordinary because how people come across in camera and real life can be two different things. Like one of the guys, I had this imagination he must be at least 6'4", and when he came up to me, he's only like about 5'4". excuse me, it really didn't register with me that this is the same guy.
But then when you talk to him, he's probably the same guy.
He's actually nicer. He's actually nicer. It's much easier to be with him in real life than it was in the camera. Whereas with some other people, like Katrina, she is what you see on TV.
Right, what you see on TV.
Yeah.
Biggest win for you on this course, now that you look back? You know, what was the thing you're most proud of that you did or that you learned?
Setting up my own website, right, and just putting that in play. I think that was an extraordinary moment for me when I actually did it myself without any help other than watching some of the videos you guys had already done. That was tremendous for me.
Right, so for the dyslexic, not master of technology, now you built it yourself.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is.
And next 12 months, what are the plans for your business? What do you want to be doing? What do you want to be building? Where do you want to take this?
Yeah, I'm going to be doing more of what I've been doing, and at the moment I'm working on getting a PA to actually help me with a lot of the stuff that needs to be done. I now know how to do, but I think is better done by somebody else, so that I can really concentrate on doing webinars, on doing my digital products, on creating, you know, a prime offering, and just going forward with that.
Okay. Teresa, I met you 5 months ago, I think, at London Mill Studios. You sat on that sofa out there, I think, for the Dan Pena, one of our screenings. We do screenings for our documentary films. And you came in, and I met you, but I didn't know if you'd ever take our accelerators. I don't know, but you seem to have changed a lot over this 5-month period. I don't know, that's my impression. And you just seem to be, I don't know, just going for it and going out there and putting yourself out there, and I don't know, you just seem like a different person to me. You seem like you're vibrating on a higher frequency. And I'm not trying to say I didn't like the old Teresa, but there's something changed in you. Is that true? And if we bumped into, you know, the Teresa from 6 months ago, how are you different, do you think?
I'm going for things in a very, very different way. Ordinarily, I would have said, like 6 months ago, 12 months ago, you would not, maybe if you had met me in public, get a conversation out of me per se, unless there was a good reason for me to have a conversation with you. I was so private that not very many people knew very much about me at all. You know, when I put the thing out about the teenagers on my private Facebook, a lot of people had actually got in contact with me that didn't even know I'm still alive. You know, you know, on one of the days I was meant to be doing the 3-hour walk to think about my business going forward. One of the things I've been thinking about is I need some assistance, but I also need a midwife to come and work with me on a few sessions. And so I'm walking down the road, bumped into the very one I was thinking, and she said to me, I'm going for a cup of coffee with my girlfriend. And I said, that's right. And I took her by the hand, went into the coffee shop, bought her some coffee, and did an immediate vlog on Facebook. And
with her? With
her, yes. 12 months ago, if you had said to me I would do that, I would have said, dream on. but now I'm doing it, and I've probably done more this year than I had in many years, because while I've been doing this, I'd also been doing the equivalent of finishing off my master's degree in clinical hypnotherapy. So I was actually doing exams the week that we were meant to be preparing our webinars and so on. So there were some days where I think I need a little bit of sleep not doing this, but I still kept going through it and kept at it, and come out the other side of it all. Wow,
that's quite a transformation. Yeah, I must say I got a different energy the first time I met you, and and now it's completely changed. Like you said, like even doing the things you're doing.
Exactly, and what I really love is that a lot of people have been inspired by the stuff I've been doing. Like at one point when we were doing the Life Accelerator, I had a chest infection. I knocked my spine out of joint by just sneezing. Really wasn't that well at all, and for some of the exercises I thought I won't be able to do it. But I'd had a long word with Susan Gunner, who was my team leader for that, and we figured out a way of making it happen. And on the day I did my burpees, I'd seen my chiropractor in the morning, but it exhausted me, and so my sugar levels were down. And Susan was like, have some chocolate and just go for it. And which I did. And amazingly, other people then who have been thinking, I can't do it, saw me doing it live and thought, no, I have to do it now.
How many burpees did you do live?
I think about 10.
That's impressive. So you had some chocolate and you did some burpees.
I did, yeah. I kind of modified it a little bit, but I thought, given the week before my spine was out of joint, I thought I'd done very well.
Yeah, that's extreme ownership. We'll give you that.
Yeah. No, but I think it's good when people see a person been real, and then they decide, right, okay, there's no excuse. Like, I've known people who will continue on with their studies because they know I have a master's degree and I'm dyslexic. You know, it's not an excuse. It's just that you have to find another way around it.
Yeah, now you are inspiring others,
Yeah.
and it's super empowering when you do that. And then it's no longer about you, which means you can't get anxious or worry about how you look on the vlog, because you could be changing the life of 100 or 1,000 people. So what do you care? It's not about you anymore.
Correct.
It's super empowering, and then you can really do real work.
Absolutely.
And connect with people. So really looking forward to where you take this business. Curious what you'd say to someone who's not sure about whether they should build a business or take a business accelerator. And someone's on the edge and thinking, maybe I'll do this later in my life or wait until it's the right time. What would you say?
Well, there's no time like the present. And I would say just go for it. You know, get out of your own way and just go for it. Because by doing that, you'll come out the other end. As long as you keep working with the process, stay with your teammates, work with your team leader, and there's a good team behind the team leader in order to help you through and come out the other end.
Teresa, you have had like a rebirth, and I'm so impressed with what you've done.
Thank you.
And like I said, in 5 months, there's a different you, a different vibe about you as well.
Thank you.
I remember having a short conversation with the Dan thing, and I was just like, okay, I think this woman's a little bit in the victim mode. I'll be straight up.
Okay.
And now you're the complete opposite of that. You know, you're empowering these teenagers and talking to them and making a real strong stance on these antidepressants. And I love where you're going with this. So, and I know you're still in touch with the Life Accelerator group, and you're going to stay in touch for the next 12 months with the Business Accelerator group.
Absolutely.
So thank you. And thank you, because I love your energy on my live calls. I'm always looking at you. I'm always asking you questions.
Yes.
And you're always right there with me. And you've got this Irish charm that's just very, very special, Teresa. You're
Thank
a big
you.
part of this London Real experience. You're part of the family. I trust your judgment on a lot of things. I trust you when you send me messages, and I really appreciate your feedback and everything we do here. So thank you.
Well, I'm very honoured to have been a part of the journey here, and hopefully we'll have another long journey to go on.
Oh yes,
And have loads of fun.
We're just getting started.
Absolutely.
All right, Teresa, let's do some big things. All right?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
All right.
London Real doesn't stop when the conversation ends. You see, that's when we get started. Because everything begins with a thought, and then comes the action. The London Real Academy is our global transformation platform. Here we bring together thousands of students from over 75 countries. Whether you want to build a profitable business from your passion, or learn to speak to inspire, or broadcast yourself with your very own podcast, or accelerate your life to become a high-performance person, we have the online accountability course and personal mentoring program that will make your dream a reality. Join us, and we'll take your life to the next level, together. Our next Accelerator course is starting soon.